So what's up guys, 5k here and welcome to yet another tutorial. So okay, I don't know what that is, let's just leave it like that. So anyways, let's just quickly open up Unity, and this is very rare. Okay, this is not very rare. Let me just quickly show you where we were, and that is very rare. So we had the new game thing, we had the settings working. I haven't really added anything to this yet, but I'll be showing you how to add that later on. And we had the new game thing working over here. Okay, so I'm getting this error over here. Let me just quickly clear that up. Anyways, so now what we'll be doing is, in this tutorial we'll be setting up the car selection menu. Let me save this first. So okay, okay, there we have that. So what we'll do is we'll set up the car selection menu over here. So let me just delete the directional light. Now you can do this in any way you like. For example, you can just have the car imported over here and have the car turning or something in a beautiful white background, for example, just like what game uses that? Forza? No, Forza has an interior setup. Anyways, so we'll be using an interior, and I already have the interior over here. So this is the interior, and prefabs don't show. Oh, prefabs do. So I have already set up the lighting and stuff, and I had downloaded this from TF3DM, I guess. So here's the 3D model, and I already set up the lighting, and it's in a prefab. So let me quickly import that. It's quite big. Okay, let me zoom out a bit. Maybe you'll get. Okay, there it is. Zoom out a lot, actually. And this is what we have over here. So now what I'll be doing is, let me just position the camera to something nice. Let's say something like this. We'll have the car over here. Or should we keep it like this? Just like this? No, that won't be good. We'll keep it like this for now, and we'll change it if we feel like changing it later on. Anyway, so let me just go ahead to game object and align with view. And there it is. Now as you can see, it's really pretty and stuff. It is, I mean, the interior looks beautiful. I don't know who created that, but he has done an amazing job. Anyways, it just doesn't look that nice. So let's quickly add some image effects to this. Now as I said earlier, my computer is basically shit, so stuff like this won't work. We need the SSAA stuff. Okay, so that has done its trick. So what anti-aliasing does is it smoothens out the edges. If you look over here, you can see that the effects of anti-aliasing. There it is. And we'll also add a bloom and glow. We'll add the bloom optimized, and that is a bit too much. Actually, that is way too much. So intensity, is this increasing or decreasing? We need to decrease the intensity, something like this. And the threshold, okay, let's just keep it like that for now. Blur size, yeah, I like some blur. Okay, that's it, I guess. Blur iterations, I'm not sure what blur iterations does, and I'm just too lazy to check it out. So if you know, please do comment below. And anyways, so we'll keep it like this. It still has this rough edges over here. That's because the anti-aliasing isn't good enough, I guess. It just smoothens out stuff like this. Okay, anyways, let's quickly add another thing, what we call a color adjustment. We'll add a contrast enhance, actually. Okay, that's a bit too much. We'll just decrease it to something like this. Okay, do we really need contrast enhance? Okay, we'll keep it on anyways. Okay, so now let's import the cars. I have 3 cars over here: Audi R8, Ferrari 458, and SLS, Mercedes, that is. And so I got all these from the internet, somewhere in the internet, actually. I'm not really sure. Okay, actually I got the Audi R8 from a GTS Andreas model. I kind of mailed the author asking for permission to use it in some old game of mine and stuff. And so anyways, let's quickly import the R8 up. And that is way too small. I think we'll have to keep it something like this. Is this even touching the ground? It's not touching the ground. It's really small, actually. So let's make it touch the ground first. Oh my god, that is way too small. That is more small than I had imagined it. and it just keeps on getting smaller. So guess what, we'll just give it something like 30. Does 30 sound good? Oh, 30 does sound good. And okay, now it's touching it around properly. So how about a 33? Okay, we'll keep it like that. And the lighting on it doesn't look really pretty or anything right now, but we'll soon change all of that. So let me just quickly create an empty object and call it cars and drag this into here. So we'll just copy the transform of this, and we'll add the Ferrari 458 into this, and we'll paste it. Okay, the Ferrari is not positioned correctly. We'll just rotate it 180 degree, and we'll set this to 35. The Ferrari isn't big enough. Is that big enough? Okay, that's still small. That's not what we want. We'll set it to 38 and see. 38, 38, 38. Okay, that should do it. Okay, that will do it. Okay, now we'll just disable the Ferrari for now, and we'll do the same with the Mercedes SLS. So let's import that, paste component values, and this is also stuck up just like the Ferrari. And 180. Okay, that does not have to be 180. Anyways, let's quickly move this up. I think the size of this is correct. This is still something wrong, isn't it? Let's see, moving this down a bit so that it actually touches the ground. I think it's the problem with the tires or something. Okay, why does this have a 1 rotation? We don't need a 1 rotation. Okay, we'll just keep it like that for now, and later on we'll see if it seems weird, we'll change it. Anyway, so we have the car set up, and now what we'll do is we'll create a reflection probe. This is what we want to create. So we'll pull this in over here, and just like always, my computer is really stupid, so we need it in resolution 64. And let's quickly edit this probe. So where is the probe exactly? It's somewhere out there. So we'll just set the position of this to 0 to bring it in. Okay, so cars thing is over there. Anyways, let's quickly move this reflection probe and center it, or something like, okay, that is not the center. Where's the car? There's the car, and we'll center it. Is that done? Is that it? Yes, that is it. So let me just quickly turn the lights off. So, and we'll edit this. Oh my god, I can't literally see a thing. Okay, we'll move this out and move this thing also out. We'll basically create a box which covers the car. Let's move this. We don't need the ground or the floor, whatever you'd like to call it. And we'll pull this out. Okay, so where's our little sphere? There should be a sphere over here somewhere. Okay, that is a really small sphere, but okay, anyways, let's just quickly bake the reflection. So we have the baked reflection setup. My real-time reflection makes the graphic card crash because of crappy graphics again. So let's just quickly bake the reflection. How do we bake the reflection? Okay, we don't need this to be auto. Okay, D3, D9, something. I don't care. Fog. How about we add a little fog to the scene? Okay, that's not a little. 0, 1. Okay, this kind of makes it look stupid, doesn't it? How about a white, red, yellowish fog? It still makes it look stupid. You know what? No need of fog. Anyways, so I'm still trying to figure. Oh, we have the reflection over here. Oh, there the bake button is. So it's baking. Okay, by the way, this is just a theme I have. I don't run a Mac. I mean, a Mac would have been perfect, would have probably. Okay, so this is what the thing has baked. Seriously? Okay, so before you bake the scene, you have to mark this as static. If you don't do that, things won't work. These are also static, but you just need the reflection of the interior for now. So let's quickly bake it again. And okay, so this is what we wanted. So as you can see, we have the reflection of the interior. And now what we'll do is we'll change this to custom, and we'll import this cube map in to this. And now if we enable the R8, as you can see, the reflection works. I mean, it works for a bit. It's kind of looks messy, but still works, which is pretty good. So the difference is, see that was what it was, and this is with the reflection of the interior. So let's just quickly kind of put it at 256x256 and try rendering it. How about a 512x512? Sorry for that. Okay, so let's quickly bake this up, and it's kind of taking a bit of a time. Hope Unity does not crash. Last time I tried something like this, it crashed. Even funnier, I tried to put the type to real-time mode and my graphic card literally crashed, and I had to turn off my PC without saving a really long time's work. Anyway, so I think we might have a little bit of a problem here. So I'll catch up again, guys. So let me just okay, no need. I was gonna post, but it has figured everything out, and it kind of looks blurred, but still I think the reflection is much more better this way. I mean, okay, let's just quickly save the scene. I'm scared Unity might crash. So okay, I guess the reflection is quite nice, I guess. How about we try that 256? Let's quickly try that 256. Okay, so it's baking, and it's okay, there it is. Okay, we'll keep 256 for now, and that's what we wanted. So glass, anywhere can you see something which remotely resembles glass? Standard. Okay, that is not glass, that is totally not glass. Glass. Where is the glass anyway? Is this it? No. Okay, anyway, we'll just leave it like that for now. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll create the UI for our car set. Oh, that looks beautiful, doesn't it? Let's see how the Ferrari looks. And that's a bit too much, I guess. Let me just quickly decrease the level of smoothness on this 458 paint. So smoothness is something like this, I guess. Do you really need a specular setup? How about we just increase the metallics of it? Okay, we'll keep it at 0.3 times 0.6. Still kind of looks weird, but we'll just keep it like that for now, or we'll go back to this specular setup. That's it. That's okay. We'll just keep it like that, and assume that everything which is wrong over here is just a problem with my graphics. Anyways, let's see how the SLX. Okay, SLS looks really good, I guess. It's kind of the shape of the car that gets me. It looks kind of weird, doesn't it? From over this angle, it looks really weird. Anyways, so we'll keep all of that like that for now. And now what we'll do is we'll set up the UI for our whatever this, what do we call this, car selection menu. Yes, car selection menu. So let's quickly, what we'll do is first we'll create an image and we'll give the, let me go to UI backgrounds, and I already have a UI background set up over here, so we'll position it. So let me go to the scene, there it is. Anybody over here play Undertale? It's got a really great music. Just found Undertale online right now and I'm just starting to play it. But anyway, so let's go over to this and that should do it, I guess. We'll just center this off. Okay, center this, and let's put the anchor to something like this. Okay, that should do it. Now what we'll do is we'll just make this a little bit more transparent, and we'll call this the car selector. And what we'll do is we'll add a component called mask and rect transform. Okay, that's not what we want, that's not scroll rect. This is what I meant, scroll rect. So this is what we want, just the horizontal part of it. Okay, that's it. And now we'll create another image, or we'll just duplicate this. We'll call this car list, and we'll just parent this. We'll deactivate the image thing and remove both of these things. And what we'll do is we'll add another component to it called the horizontal layout group. Okay, so we'll add a layout thing called the content size fitter. So we'll add that, and I guess we'll just keep it like this for now. I'm not really sure if we should. Okay, so we'll just keep it like that now, and what we'll do next is we'll create a UI button. And let me just quickly delete this text. I hate button texts. Okay, that is what we want, and to this we'll add another layout component called the layout element and preferred width. Okay, so wait, let me just quickly, horizontal minimum size. No, that's not what we want. Preferred size. Okay, preferred size, that's what we want. And we'll preferred width, preferred height. So let's just quickly change this over to something we can live with, something like 100. No, 180. That should do it. So we'll have the car's logo or whatever we want inside that. So we'll call this the R8, and we'll just duplicate this 2-3 times. So one will be called the 458 and the other will be called the SLS. Yeah, we should probably have added some kind of a UI thing to it. Anyway, so okay, I already have imported some of the car selection elements. Let's just quickly assign all of these. So what I've done here is I've rendered this car using Blender and just added a logo over to it, and I've done the same with the 3 cars. Anyways, let's just quickly assign R8 to R8, 458 to 458, and SLS to SLS. So now what we'll do is this image, okay, there's no use for that anyways, so we'll just keep it like that, everything. And okay, I really didn't have to do that now, did I? Okay, anyways, preferred height would be 80. No, okay, I might have kind of messed things up, so let's just quickly go and try to okay, we don't need to remove this, we just need to increase this height over here, I guess, which does not seem to have, okay, it does have an effect. Anyway, so now what we'll do is we need a little more spacing between each of these, so we'll add the spacing to something like this, 10, no, 5 is some good. Anyways, so now we'll duplicate this, and as you can see, the list keeps getting bigger, but since we have added a mask to this, it doesn't show here. Okay, so now what we have set up over here is a scrollable GUI car selection menu. Now let's quickly test this out. Okay, so we have the car selection menu over here, and as you can see, it is scrollable, and we also have this elastic thing set up over here, so which makes it elastic, just like that, you know, it keeps snapping to the edges. Anyways, now what we'll do is we'll add a function to each of these buttons. So let's quickly go ahead and we'll add a script. So let's quickly create a new C# script. We'll call this car selector. There it is. Now let's open that up. Okay, MonoDeveloper is opening up. Perks of having a low-end computer, I guess. Okay, and there it is. Now what we'll do is we'll just delete all of these comment lines, I mean. Okay, we don't need that. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll add some public voids to it, such as load R8, public void load 458, and a public void load SLS. Now what we'll do before this is we'll add some variables to it. So make sure you make this public game object, else it won't show up in the editor. So we'll call this R8, another public game object called F458, and another public game object called SLS. Now when the function load R8 does is it sets the R8 game object to true, the F458 game object to false, and the same with the SLS game object. Now this is how we want it to be when the game starts, so let's quickly set this up. Also we need a public integer called car selected, and by default car selected has the value 1. Now if R8 is selected, car selected is 1. Let's just quickly copy all this to each and every one of these. Okay, there it is. So now we'll set this false and SLS true. Okay, true. And over here this to true, no, true, and this one to false. And we'll set this 2 and set this 3. Okay, there it is. We have the script over here. So what this does is we assign the cars to or the game objects over here, and we'll have the button do each of these functions. So let's quickly go back to Unity. So it's compiling, and what we'll do is we'll add a empty game object called car selector, and we'll add this script over to here, and we'll assign our cars, which is R8, 458 and SLS. Now what we'll do is we'll go over to the UI and select the buttons. We don't need these buttons, we just have 3 cars. Anyways, so we'll add a function on click function to this, and we'll assign our car selector game object. And for the R8 we'll go over to here and select this function for the 458, go over here and select the load 458 function and load SLS function for this, for the SLS. Okay, so now what we have done is we have a car selector game object which basically controls, or controls all the data related to cars, including turning on and turning off the cars, that is activating and deactivating the car game object as you click on each of these buttons. And what the buttons does is when you click on it, the button calls this game object and it calls this function of the script attached to it. So now we'll just quickly test this out. Let me save the scene first and let's quickly test this out and see how it goes. So there it is, the R8 has been loaded up. Just like we had thought, the car can't be seen, so we need to reposition the UI to somewhere over here. So if we click on 458, 458 comes up and the SLS comes up. And that is it for the car selection menu. So you could have fancy animations and stuff if you want. For example, let's say the camera rotating for each car you select. Anyway, so we'll probably do something like that in some other tutorial. And this is as far as the car selection menu is concerned. Now in the next tutorial we'll be doing a data implementer, which is how we'll let the main scene or the main game know which car we have selected. And also later on we'll do a color selection menu or a color picker, let's say. And that's it for this tutorial, guys. So anyway, let's quickly just go over what he had done. So we have the car selector UI with an image attached to it, which is basically the background for the car selection menu. And we have a mask and a scroll rect with the child of this game object, the car selector, the car list, which is basically just a blank UI element with a horizontal layout group and a current size fitter. Now each of the buttons have been given a layout element, which is what keeps the size of the buttons like this. And also we have assigned the content of this to the car list, and we've set the vertical of this off. Now what happens if we have vertical on is that you can also move this up and down vertically, and we don't really need that. So, and we've set this to elastic, so which is what keeps the buttons from not disappearing. So anyway, that's it what we have done so far, and the reflection probe is baked. You can also do a real-time reflection if you want, that is if you own a high-end computer unlike mine. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Support me, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next data implementer. I'll see you then.